Here we are. Welcome to the Final Boss podcast, episode number 61. Episode number 61. Before we get into it, I'd like to give the greeting of the day. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. To all of our listeners around the world, thank you for continuing to support us. To my smarts, please continue to like, share, and subscribe to the channel and send some stars. Hey, send some stars, guys. We appreciate your efforts. We appreciate you joining us. We appreciate you being a part of the movement. Speaking of which, being a part of the movement, if you haven't gotten your merch yet, go check out the merch site. It's www.thefinalbosspodcast.com. It's all one word. Get you some Final Boss Podcast merch. We got polos, we got hoodies, we got hats, we got t-shirts, we got crew necks, we got hoodie. Listen, it's a whole bunch of stuff out there. We got journals, we got dog tags. You want to rock your dog tag, man? Your Final Boss dog tag, we got that too. Go grab you some merch. It's all about being a part of the movement, man, and being a smart. So go to the site, check it out, and grab you some of that good stuff out there, man, that I'm putting together just for you guys. Also, continue to like, share, subscribe to the channel on YouTube, and understand that we're going to be here each and every Sunday, Tuesday, and special guests on Thursday at 9 p.m. live. TikTok, we have later postings, and we're on Spotify. Working on Apple, and I'm working on SoundCloud, and some other channels that I've been doing some research on. These are RSS feed channels that we definitely need to be on, and we're going to be taking part and jumping into that real soon. Our special guest tonight is the beautiful entrepreneur, the consummate definition of businesswoman, Nika Hudson.
Hello. I was so fine. I was like, talking to you, you always have these, I love learning new words. And I'm like, did he just say cosmic?
No, it cosmic. It's
cosmic.
Yeah.
Enlighten me. What does that mean?
I'll tell you after the show. I got you. I got you.
Let me make notes.
Yeah. So before we get started, as you know, I like to do my brass tacks. And our brass tacks tonight is coming from positive business quotes, because we're talking about business. Tonight's brass tacks. If you don't build your dream, someone else will hire you to help them build theirs. Again, if you don't build your dream, someone else will hire you to help them build theirs. That's our brass task for tonight. And we're going to get right into it, man. Tonight's episode number 61, Navigating Entrepreneurship with the beautiful Nika Hudson. And we're going to be diving in and dissecting strategies of successful business in today's space. We're going to be exploring entrepreneurship, branding, and marketing with the context of, because she mentioned it, soft girl era. That's what we're going to be talking about. It's a fascinating culture shift impacting business. I'm thrilled to be joined by Nika, of course. And like I mentioned before, she's a trailblazing entrepreneur with deep insights into the landscape and affiliation with her company. You want me to mention? Can I mention it?
Sure, absolutely.
Oh, okay, Canaglobe. So, yeah, let's go in and get right into it.
Let's go.
All right. Let's start by defining soft girl era. It's more than just an aesthetic. It represents a shift in values, emphasizing authenticity, self-care, and community. My first question: how does this impact your business strategies?
That's a great question. It impacts my business strategies because being a woman in this space of network marketing, the industry alone,
Hmm.
you have to have, or you have to develop a sense of strength, but you have to keep your feminine at the same time. So being able to operate in soft girl era means that we can become the business because we're already women, we're already soft, we're already
Right.
feminine. So
Hmm.
it plays a huge part for me and the women that I attach myself to, because it's something that I believe that is lacking
Okay.
in especially in this area, with a lot
Hmm.
of women that are in business for themselves. It's just, hey, I don't need a man, I got this, oh, I got it. Even from opening the door, I
Right.
get dressed and I prepare my day for how I want to be addressed that
Hmm.
day.
Okay.
So it's necessary.
Okay. All right. Thank you for that. Very, 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 very interesting. Um, as you, my next question, as you elaborate on the topic, what are the key elements of a successful brand in the software era? What are some of the key elements?
I think the key element for me personally, is my walk with God, right? It's
Okay.
knowing who I am from the spiritual level
Hmm.
and being able to identify with what energy is, right? And we're all
Right.
energy beings. So the software era in conjunction with that is I deal with a lot of people and I don't
Okay.
want to misread energy because of my own emotional traumas. So
Hmm.
for me to stay connected and learning and understanding what God says I am called to do, it allows me to still be that soft girl in this era of going to help and share with as many people as I possibly can. So it's
Okay.
necessary.
Okay. How does the software era affect marketing, and is does it adapt?
So I believe that it affects marketing because it opens the door for more conversations.
Hmm.
It opens visual for, like, oh, those are pretty flowers. Oh, that's this. It's things that we're
Right.
able to do in this soft girl era that's a part of marketing, and it's not always the business. You're
Okay.
marketing yourself every time you post on social media, whatever social platform, you're marketing you.
Hmm.
So me marketing for me is always showing up in that feminine girl, and that soft girl, and that girl who likes flowers, and
Okay.
showing that to the world. And it's like, oh, those so much flowers, or, oh, you look like you're having so much fun, you're so much energy, and being able to share that, that's marketing. Because there's a lot of people that want to be happy, that want to laugh all day or play dress up in their closet, but life get the life, and then they forget that we are princesses it
I love it.
too. We're not just
Right.
queens.
Okay.
So market yourself, and that's what I do.
Awesome. 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 Thank you for that. That's amazing. Um, you know, part of the conversation outside of the software era, we're going to be going back and forth.
Hmm.
I want to talk about your company,
Absolutely.
and I want to talk about Canna Globe and its place in the evolving medicinal cannabis industry.
Hmm.
How has your affiliation shaped your understanding of branding and marketing in that unique sector?
Oh man, that's an amazing question, because before I got into this company, I've had a cosmetic line. I've
Oh.
made edibles. Like, I've done a lot of things in the entrepreneur space on my own.
Mhm.
And I paid a lot of money to have it done,
Okay.
right? From
Okay.
samples, from everything. And
Right.
when I was introduced to this opportunity, I had no idea I thought marketing was just, hey, I'm just posting on social media, my lip
Hmm.
gloss, my everything, but it's more than that. You got to know who you are before you can market anything. And
Absolutely.
when I got into this company and they was like, hey, we're introducing an opportunity for you to become a brand.
Hmm.
And I'm like, I'm already a brand, but then I thought, I'm a brand, but so is Nike, right? So is
Right. That's a great
Adidas and
point.
Joe
Yeah.
Malone. Like
Hmm.
those are
Hmm.
brands. And I have
Absolutely.
an opportunity to be like a brand like that.
Hmm.
That means I have a brand is being sold when the owner is not even around. And
Absolutely.
so this opportunity it is giving me an insight on what a
Okay.
brand really is, and
Hmm.
how to build that brand where while you're sleeping, your brand is in Marshalls, your brand is in a thrift store, it's everywhere
Everywhere, everywhere,
because you've
everywhere.
created that platform because people
Hmm.
don't buy the product necessarily, they buy you, they buy the possibility of getting close to you and living the lifestyle that you have. And I think
Hmm.
it's impactful when you're branding and marketing to market and brand the truth, right? And
Right.
not something that's not true. Market and brand the truth of who you are becoming, and then your product will do what it needs to do because people will then activate a different level of belief.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That is brilliant
Mhm.
explanation. Thank you for that.
Absolutely.
Um, my next question: how does Canna Globe's branding reflect your thoughts on the software era?
So what's impactful about that question is we
Hmm.
started off and it was Canna Globe, a cannabis company, right?
Right.
And so
Right.
for me, I was in that era where I was like, oh, I could, cannabis, that's great. It's an amazing industry. I could,
Hmm.
I could sell weed and I could be so I was in a different space and I wasn't in my software era at that moment. I was in my
Okay.
hustle era. So when
Gotcha.
I got deeper into this opportunity and things started happening, I'm sitting at different tables and having different conversations,
Hmm.
and then we changed the whole trajectory of the company from putting cannabis on the front line and putting health and medicinal wellness on the front line. It allows me, do you hear me, to be soft in my tea drinking, right? That's
Hmm.
herbal, to be
Right.
soft in my walking my neighborhood. And I feel
Hmm.
good. So I want to put on vibrant colors, so that soft girl era goes hand in hand with
Okay.
herbs. When you think of herbs, you think of butterflies and head wraps and beads and you know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
Afrocentric and
Hmm.
that allows me to really be in that space because I'm a healer now,
Okay.
so it activates that. But you can't heal anybody if you're not healing yourself.
Ooh, man. Listen, I'm gonna need you to say that one more time. Say that
You're
again.
not healing anybody if you're not healing yourself.
Hey, listen up to my smarts. If you not listen, people, listen, listen, man. That's so profound. That's powerful. And my smarts, I need you guys out there. If you take some notes, take some notes. That right there, that point right there makes the show. It makes and takes the element of what I'm trying to do. That one phrase can change somebody's life. That one phrase can change somebody's life. Nick, I need you to say that one more time for me, please. Just one more time.
You
Thank
can't
you,
heal anybody if you are not healing yourself. You can't.
man. That's just so powerful, so powerful, especially in today's space and energy and the different things that you see that are attacking your conscious, are attacking your subconscious. It's attacking all your different elements and chakras. It's attacking what you hear, it's attacking what you see. Everything that's going on in the world right now is an attack. And you have to step away from all
Mhm.
of it. Have the strength to step away from all of it. Have the faith to know that it is God's will. And you also have to have the faith to know that man has plans, but God has plans. And I don't want to be listen, I'm not here to we're not going to be preaching tonight, but this is what it's about, man. This is exactly what it's about. And for the sake of not giving you guys a word salad, I'm trying to be frank right now. And it's very important that you're able to recognize these attacks and step away and go to your faith. Go to your faith, man. Go to your faith. Let your faith empower you. Let your faith give you the necessary energy. Let your faith guide you. Let your faith be your decision maker. Let your faith be your decision maker, man. Because right now, we need God more than ever. There's talks of there's talks of World War III. There's talks of this and that, and sometimes you just have to tune out and go have a conversation with our Creator.
Yeah.
So, thank you for that. I appreciate that, man. You dropping gems tonight. That's what I'm talking about. Oh yeah, dropping gems.
Yeah, and if I could piggyback on your comment about having faith,
Hmm.
you have to believe, right? You have to
Right.
believe. And when you believe, then you can activate that faith. And
Hmm.
it's not that, we're coming across preachy. It's just it's like the Bible, the scripture to me is the answer. It's talking to your spiritual self,
Right.
right? And so
Right.
when you have faith and you believe, there's nothing that can stop you. When you have
Hmm.
faith and you believe, you understand who you are. And when you have that and you tap into what his word says, you can activate who you have been called to be. And
Correct.
so when you do that, then it's easy to operate in your masculinity. It's easy for me to operate in my feminine energy. It's
Hmm.
easy for me to come around you and not have to wear a cape or a crown. I could just be the princess and allow myself to continue growing in my soft girl era because that's not where I come from. So
Right.
it's important with the people that you are around and who's feeding you.
Mm, that's awesome, man. That's awesome. Thank you for breaking that down. Uh,
Absolutely.
Yeah. Um, I had another. I wonder if did I already? This question. I want to make sure that my questions aren't overlapping.
Yes,
Did I already ask you how does Canada Globe's branding reflect the software era?
you did.
Okay, good, 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 good. All right. On to the next question. Look, we went all the way around here. We did a whole 360. Then we did a 180 and a 90, and we back to where we are. So I had to make sure that thank you. Thank you for that, man.
You're welcome.
Awesome. So what broader business strategies are crucial for success today, in your opinion?
In my opinion, it is biblical principles, right?
Okay.
That's what
Hmm.
it is. and
Okay.
and for me, you have to know somebody else's reason as to why they want to be partnered with you, and that
Hmm.
holds me accountable for doing my part to help them reach their goals.
Right.
So me, it all stems back to biblical principles to reach my
Hmm.
levels of success.
Okay.
Hmm.
Pretty dope.
Yeah,
Self-explanatory. It's, it's too easy.
it's too easy.
Can't get no better than that. You know what? It's a thing that we say in the military, man. It's the KISS method.
Hmm.
Keep it simple, stupid.
Oh yeah, I heard that too.
You
I
heard
was
that before?
I
Yeah,
was
that's look.
getting to the workout.
I got it. A plethora of
Oh yeah,
acronyms. Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah, that's one of my favorite though. Keep it simple, stupid.
you have to
Absolutely.
drop those in my messenger.
I got you. I
Mhm.
got you. Um, s- Data in today's world, where technology and AI has a huge influence in everyday business.
Mhm.
What are your thoughts on the role of data and analytics?
So can I just be honest?
Yeah,
Because
absolutely. No
I have.
disclaimer. Always be
Oh,
honest.
oh yeah, I am. That's
Yeah,
just a hobby for me. That's a
right.
habit for me to say. But I would say I know nothing about analytics and data. All I know is that I
Mhm.
can click a button and be in. someone's cell phone around the world.
Okay.
I know that my
Hmm.
business is click and order, is
Hmm.
click and convenient, and I'm like, those are some things that, if I know those aren't my strong points, then
Hmm.
I pass that to somebody who enjoys keeping up with those things. I'm one
Okay.
of
Okay.
those,
You got a nerd
So,
person.
yeah, I'm like,
Okay.
listen, where's the goal? Let's go get it. You could do that. You could do that. Cool. I'm gonna go do this. Like,
Okay.
I was like,
It's important to, if you're not doing it, you have somebody else to do it. It's very important because data informs us of decisions from our customers. It gives us understanding of our customers' buying needs, and which is ever changing. I
yeah.
just wrote a paper the other day for one of my classes, um, in it we were talking about the collaboration, uh,
Hmm.
and the ever changing customer needs in the space that the needs of customers are always changing, and that's also influenced with today's economy.
Hmm.
And if the economy's doing well, it affects customers in one way, and if it's doing bad, it affects customers in another way. So that's very important, man. It also guides product development, marketing, and overall
Hmm.
strategy. So it's good to have a nerd person that could break that down for you because it is very, very important. Um,
Absolutely.
mm,
Um, and I'm sorry for cutting you off.
no, you're
And
fine. You're fine. I was finished.
that's good. And so for me, I get a lot of feedback from my customers,
Hmm.
from people that use the product. So I take a lot of my testimonies as my personal data. But the beautiful thing about the company that I'm partnered with is that we strategize, with the CEO and the financial officer, because I'm at a different table, humbly.
Right.
And so those conversations are like, hey, this is what's moving in the market. This is that. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
we get an opportunity to hear those things.
Hmm.
Me personally, my data comes from testimonies connected to the product. So when it comes to the numbers of things, I'm like, how many people can I help? And I can tell you that number,
Hmm.
and the testimonies that's attached to people feeling better, getting rest in their sleep, and things like that. That's my personal data, and that gives me what I need to keep going and not focus on the numbers, but focus on the solution that I'm creating for people with problems.
Got it. Got it. Thank you for sharing that. That's awesome.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Um, what are some significant challenges you faced building your brand and navigating the cannabis industry?
Are you serious right now?
Hey
Oh my God! You know
man,
what?
this podcast is about asking the most difficult of conversations and questions. So
Okay,
I
run it
know
back.
that's too easy.
Run
I
it
know
back.
that's an easy answer for you though.
It's not. I want to narrow it down, but run it back. Run
Okay.
that question back again, because I'm like, did he really do that? I'm like, what? Ask me that again.
So, what are some significant challenges you faced building your brand, and not just your brand within cannabis, but your personal brand? You mentioned earlier about your cosmetics. You mentioned
Mhm.
earlier about um, something else. You said that you had you had a company that you did. I know it was cosmetics. What was the other one?
Oh, I was making edibles from home.
Yes,
I was
edibles.
making
Yes.
soaps
Oh,
and
you know what?
skincare.
I remember that. I remember that. So my question is about all of that and branding yourself, social media, and whatever else platforms that you're doing. And as you walk out the house, you are a brand. When people see, and that's one thing that I try to convey to people. You should always represent your brand.
Mhm.
If you go outside, you never know who you're going to meet. You need to be looking like your brand if
Mhm.
you are selling your brand. So, building your brand and navigating the cannabis industry.
So the fact that nobody knows me for network marketing
Okay.
is one thing.
Okay.
right? Because
Right.
when you're talking to people that you know that may have the same financial woes as you, you're
Mm-hmm.
thinking,
Mm-hmm.
hey, we're going to be able to get in this and we're going to do it. But their
Right.
mindset, it's not the same, but the conversations are in alignment. So now you're kind of like, wait, you didn't, I want to help you. Look what I'm doing. I'm excited. Let me help you. So that's one challenge. Talking
Mm-hmm.
to friends and family. And it's not that they don't believe in you, they just
Mm-hmm.
don't know you for this new thing that you're
Right.
doing. And
Right.
then I would fall into, well, why my friends, or why my, but I had friends that supported me, I had
Mm-hmm.
family that supported me, but those challenges were talking to people that had the same problem, or you know that they have an issue similar,
Mm-hmm.
and you're trying to help them, but they don't see you as somebody that can help them. They only see you as somebody who can, you know, testify to the not having, or the if it was me I would have, or I should have, could have. And those aren't the conversations that, you know, you tend to not want to have when you are locked in on something that you know is so big, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. Yeah.
um I want to say that, you know, just me being a brand, I didn't even know I was a brand. I had
Mm.
no idea. I had no idea. I would just get dressed and go outside, and then I would say, well, you know what? This is how I feel today. But now I get dressed intentional because I know that I'm a
Intentional.
brand.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
So now I'll wear yellow in the winter. And they're like,
Mm.
that's the summer color. Well, I bring the sunshine, you know? Why are you wearing white before Labor Day? Well, why wouldn't I? You know,
I
doesn't
love
this look
it.
nice? You know?
Right.
So I
Yeah.
become that brand that's rebellious of who I used to be. And
Mm.
just being in this space where I'm being taught and I'm being, you know, loved on in such a professional way by
Mm-hmm.
some phenomenal men,
Mm-hmm.
and, you know, showed in love by some phenomenal women that
Mm-hmm.
want to see me win. You know, I'm like, my brand is still developing, but
Right.
the things that I want people to recognize me when they see me, I want them to see kindness. I want them to see happy. I want them to see a farmer girl, you know, somebody they can,
Mm-hmm.
you know, feel safe to ask about this vitamin, this vegetable, this whatever. Like, I just pride myself in my brand to be a place where people can come and get refuge from. So that is my brand, and that brand is still being developed.
Awesome.
Um,
Awesome. 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 You mentioned a couple of key points that I wanted to touch on, and one of them is in that space and the things that you mentioned, the challenges. How have you overcome those challenges?
but I'm still overcoming them.
Okay.
And I will say, you know, it starts with believing that that's not real, that it's
Mm.
something that I've created in my head, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I'm saying it's not real, now I got to change the way that I think. I have to change the way that I maneuver. Those bad habits have to be shifted. So daily, I remind myself today is your day, right? And I'm just so thankful and grateful for the blessings that I'm going to receive in this day. And that just means who I'm going to help. But I can't help them if I'm not helping myself. So those challenges are still being cleaned up, you know, they're still being washed away. Like those challenges have been embedded since a kid growing up, that's not just going to wipe away with one car wash. You know, sometimes you got to put a
Right.
little muscle in that thing. So it's still turning in, like it's starting to move, where the belief is getting stronger and stronger, which fuels the confidence,
Mm-hmm.
you know, to go for who I've been called to be versus who I've created myself to be.
Thank you for that. That's
Absolutely.
that's pretty dope, man. Um, yeah, that's that's pretty dope. You know, I'm so grateful to each and every one of my guests that come on. I learned something, and you mentioned something earlier. You have to be open to learning.
Mhm.
We're continuously growing. It doesn't just stop at whatever age you think it stops at. It doesn't. I just I'm trying to finish my master's. I just went back to school trying to finish my master's. I'm running three businesses right now. I'm uh, continuously talking to mentors, learning. There are people in my circle. Most of them are family. My mom, my aunt, my cousins, best friends, close friends. All these people come together to help assist me and who I am and my decision to uh, face some of those challenges that you
Mm,
just mentioned. Not
mhm,
everybody is going to be a part of that plan. And I had a special guest on a few weeks ago, Sydney Evans. Shout
mhm,
out to Sydney. And one of the philosophies that he has, everybody can't go with you. Sometimes you have
mhm,
to let people go who their path and your path aren't aligned. Your
mhm.
decisions and the things that you're involved in aren't aligned with what they're doing. And instead of uh, bringing dead weight, that we talk about energy. Positive energy plus positive energy equals more positive energy. When you have positive and a negative, it's going to pull down and tear away at that positive energy. Sometimes we were like, oh man, I got so much positivity. There's nothing that negative. It will. Even if it's a fraction of a pull, it will pull away because the time that you have to take away from being positive to explain to that negative person, you can be exuding more positive energy to somebody who's like minded or in line with your positive energy, with your positive thoughts. But because you had to take the time out and divulge and convey something to that negative person, it takes away from your positive energy, you know? So thank man that I listen, that right there is another gem that I would like for my smarts to take notes on. Take notes, guys. Take notes. Hold on one second. I'm answering a question.
Oh, people can ask questions.
Yeah, yeah. So so right now, um, we're on StreamYard, we're
Mhm.
on Instagram, we're on Facebook, and we're on YouTube. I have all these screens open, and I I have all these screens open, and they can ask questions from whatever platform that they're looking at or chiming in on. So it's pretty cool. I,
That's
and I
pretty
just
cool.
I and I just extended my my I got a crazy setup. I just extended my screens. So I got a nerd desk. I got like five screens on it right now that I'm looking at.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'm a nerd for real, man.
Listen, I love it. I'm grateful that I know you because I'm
Oh.
like, what? Like,
Thank you, man. I appreciate you. We were talking about earlier, and I said I wanted to go back to it because we were going to be going back and forth from soft girl era business and Canna Globe.
mhm.
Then we were going to discuss soft girl within Canna Globe. But now I want to talk more about soft girl era. And you mentioned it briefly. I was wondering if you can give more details into what exactly. I know you broke it down earlier,
Mhm.
but look at it from an aspect of how it affects business. So, my question: In defining the soft girl era, how does it what implications does it have on business, positive and negative, in your
Positive
opinion?
is
Mm-hmm.
positive in my opinion is you can get a lot more. Being
Mm-hmm.
softer from the tone of your voice,
Mm-hmm.
from, how you dress your body,
Mm-hmm.
you get more. You feel the way you walk, the way you're postured in a room,
Right. Mm-hmm.
the expectations that's attached to being a soft girl. And then those are all positives.
Okay.
I can
Mm-hmm.
I can walk into a room and I can ask a gentleman something very soft, and I'm not flirting. I'm
Right.
simply being a woman. I'm being a
Right.
lady. Excuse
Mm-hmm.
me, do you mind if you can help me up on the stage? And then greatly they will do it,
Right.
but
Right.
if you show up and you're like, this I got it energy, you're gonna walk up on those stage with those heels and be trying to focus and balance when
Mm-hmm.
there's a gentleman right there that would love to help you if you ask the question. Because there's a lot of powerful, strong women that don't activate that softness and don't
Mm.
get that response from men. And then
Wow.
it goes into all the men are there, just they're that. No, sometimes you got to let them know it's okay. And
Mm.
soft girl era for me allows me to do that in a way that I am not being flirtatious. I am
Mm-hmm.
not being disrespectful. I am not putting myself on the auction block.
Right.
But
Right.
then
Right.
that negative part about it is it can come with ladies, oh, look at her, oh, she think, or guys
Mm.
thinking, oh,
Mm-hmm.
she's been flirting with me, or I'm a, you know what I'm saying? Things of
Yeah.
that nature. And that's not what it is. So
Mm-hmm.
just knowing how to operate in your soft girl era and knowing how to keep yourself disciplined and
Mm-hmm.
demanding
Mm-hmm.
respect,
Right.
it works. So when somebody comes out of the way, they don't know. You just have
Yeah.
to say, no, baby, that's not what we doing, okay? And
Yeah.
it's okay to touch the arm and say,
Mm-hmm.
because you're giving a safe gesture that, listen, you made a mistake and it's okay.
Mm-hmm. You
That's soft girl
diffusing that
era.
conflict. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
soft.
Yeah.
So that's what I think.
It's crazy that we live in an era that niceness is misconstrued into being flirty.
Mhm.
Like, I you you can't even say good morning to some people without them taking it a certain kind of way. Like
Yeah.
like you're trying to flirt. I'm like, no, I'm just saying good morning. I don't need your phone number. I don't look if I'm
Yeah.
opening the door for you, I'm just being courteous. You could hold it, it's not always about being flirtatious. Sometimes it's
Mhm.
just about being nice, and most people are just about being nice. So yeah, man, thank you for sharing that. So you made a valid point, and from what it sounds like to me, it's less about the broad appeal and more about targeted engagement. Now,
Mhm.
and can you talk about that?
Well, I would say, and this is pretty much when I got started in this business and any business that I've had, I was
Mhm.
always the aggressor, you know.
Okay, okay, okay.
And to me, that's that broad where women are very aggressive in their business because we believe we got to be assertive. We got to be like, that
Mhm.
boardroom woman. And that's how we have to be.
Right,
We can,
right.
for me, I've transitioned from wearing black all the time to
Mhm.
nudes and pale pinks and light blues and things that keep me reminded that I don't have to show up aggressive and
Mhm.
still get it done and get more, you know?
Right.
And this, where I am now in life, I'm
Mhm.
so grateful because I can identify with what I don't want anymore
Right.
and enjoy what I'm going through right now. So
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I enjoy it 100%. And it's always for me, if you have to struggle with a decision, it's
Mhm.
not for you to do.
Mm.
And I never
Wait, whoa, whoa,
struggle.
whoa, 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 whoa. Don't you do that. Mm. I'm gonna need you. Let me tell you, you be dropping them gems, man. I gotta and listen. I'm catching them. Let me hear that one again. And listen, smart. Take notes again. This right here. This touched my soul. Again, say that one
You
more
have to
time for the
struggle
people.
with the decision it is not for you to do.
Mm,
If
mm,
you have to go back and forth, shoulda, and it's a difference between going back and forth because you don't know who you can tap into to trust. Like we
mm,
spoke about some things just the other day, and you looked at some documents for me, and it
mhm.
wasn't a back and forth. It was I didn't understand it because it was something that I've never had to do before.
Right.
And I was like, okay, but if I wake up and say, hey, am I going to go to this party? I don't know. It's not for me to be there.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm. Let that resonate in your soul.
Do you know how
You
much
got.
time you waste going back and forth with yourself
Oh my
before you
god.
do something? And by the time you decide, the party's over.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
even like what you have on. You're going with the
Hmm.
attitude. You're not
Right.
supposed to be there.
Yeah. Man. Mm. Stop struggling with decision smarts. Stop. Stop that. Stop struggling with that decision. For
Yeah.
real. Yeah. And thank you again. In in your era and who you are as an entrepreneur, how does your mindset play across different industries? If you could talk about that.
Different industries and what I am doing or in general
Just in
population.
general. Yeah, your thoughts. Yeah.
I believe that, we're all the same.
Okay.
I believe we're all the same. And the reason that I believe that is because at the foundation of it all,
Mm-hmm.
we're here to help people. We're here to serve people.
Mm-hmm.
You have two choices. And that's either you're going to serve or you're going to be a server or you're going to be a taker. And
Right.
in the industries that are the largest industries, there are
Mm-hmm.
servers. Amazon, the biggest, it started with books, and now he's here. And the way he strategized his business,
Mm-hmm.
it was all for serving people to be able to grow entrepreneurially or shop because they don't the convenience of it all. So it's
Mm-hmm.
all I believe that we all are the same with the foundation of serving, of helping other people, and that's how we grow. Um my mindset has changed quite a bit because like I said before, I always when I was hustling, when I had my lipstick line, when I was doing eyebrows, when I was making edibles, when I was making skincare, when I was doing all of these things, I
Mm-hmm.
was always had an entrepreneur drive, but I was operating from a hustle mentality. And a
Okay.
hustle mentality, it breeds survival mode. So I didn't understand branding for one. I didn't
Mm-hmm.
understand, being a server is what releases the abundance for you. And
Mm-hmm.
now, where I am here, I'm able to respect other industries, other companies, other businesses that people do, whether they decide to get in mine or not. I respect it because at the end of the day, you're helping somebody.
Right.
So I think that
Mm-hmm.
they're pretty much all the same to me, other than what I am doing is something that has never been done before. And the
Mm-hmm.
fact that a lot of us, if not all of our
Mm-hmm.
families, did not have access to prohibition when the alcohol was deregulated.
Right.
And now we have an opportunity to get plant-based, plant health medicines,
Mm-hmm.
health delivered to your door for
Okay.
several different ailments, from asthma to insomnia to acne to inflammation to everything is about helping somebody. So I
Absolutely.
don't I respect every single industry there is as long
Hmm.
as they are serving the people in the best way.
I'm glad you mentioned that because that is a segue into my next question. That was brilliantly said, and I appreciate that. So, with that being said, how do you measure success in this new landscape? Is it
That's the easiest
still
question.
wait, hold on. Is it still about sales for you, or you just mentioned it's more about helping people and helping others? and community engagement?
It is no longer about the money. I promise you,
Okay.
this is so easy. I just
Yep.
not easy, but it's so powerful to me because I literally just had this question with the
Mm-hmm.
CEO of our company, my one of my business partners and accountability
Right.
partners. In this industry, and there was a point where I didn't even want to mention money because
Mm-hmm.
you're talking about money that you haven't made yet, and you're trying to
Right.
convince somebody about money that you haven't made. You're talking about the
Mm-hmm.
projection,
Right.
and I got to a point where I didn't want to talk about it because I felt like people were just thinking that I was after the money. I just
Yeah.
wanted their money. And
Mm-hmm.
it really wasn't about the money. I mean, it was, but it wasn't. I wanted
Right.
to help. I wanted partners to run with me. And then
Mm-hmm.
I talked to the CEO, Mr. Marty Hale, and he said, and I said, well, okay, I've done this,
Mm-hmm.
but I find myself always talking about the money and I don't want to offend anybody. And he was like, Nika, it's okay to talk about the money. And I was like, then they gonna think that I just want their money. Like, new to this industry, I just
Right.
did not want people to think that I wanted their money. And he said,
Mm-hmm.
the money equals to the people
Mm-hmm.
that you've impacted. So
Mm.
now, where I am in this business right now today, I can confidently and positively and honestly say that
Mm-hmm.
it's not about the money. I went through in this business, I went
Mm-hmm.
through financial situations that nobody knows about and couldn't look at me and would dare that they be real.
Wow.
So, and I refuse to go to a 9 to 5 because that is not where I'm called to go.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Mm-hmm.
now about helping as many people as I can feel
Absolutely.
better, sleep better, because people are sleeping with no rest attached to it.
Yeah. Ooh,
You
what?
know?
Man, stop, man. Stop. Time out. Flag on the play. Listen, where I wish I had a flag on the play. That's another gem. You gotta say that one more time for me. Please. I'm sorry.
Peop- No, it's
Man.
fine. People are sleeping with no rest attached to it. Have you ever got up in the morning and you're like,
Mm,
man, I
mm,
ain't get
mm,
out of
mm,
that, but you slept
mm,
8 hours.
mm,
You
mm.
already hate the job you're going to. You already
Wow.
can't wait to get your first cup of coffee, but you just slept when you're supposed to be rejuvenated to get
Mm,
prepared for the next day. So your eyes was closed, but your brain was moving. And it's time
mm.
for us to rest so we can get powered up and go do what we're supposed to do. And this plant that we have and these amazing mushrooms that are not about the psilocybin, or it's not about the hallucinogen. It's about you connecting those nerve endings that's helping you forget, 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 so we can help you remember, remember, remember. And that stimulates from getting rest in your sleep. So many things happen when you're resting.
Smarts. Listen, I'm talking to you.
You ever heard your doctor say, go get some rest?
Sleep with no rest. Man, I can't tell you how much that resonates with me personally because I suffer from insomnia sometimes, and man, or there's been times where I would sleep and I'll be asleep for my max is like 5 hours, but I wake up tired, no rest at all, none whatsoever. None. And I'm like, man, I just woke up. Why am I so tired? Why I feel like I've been fighting in a car accident or something. Like my body hurts. But yeah, absolutely, man. Thank you for that. That's
Mhm,
that's crazy. Wow.
mhm,
Um, in your opinion,
mhm.
what are some key business strategies that are essential for survival and growth in this business space that we're in?
I believe some key essentials is knowing who you are, knowing
Hmm.
who you were called to be. And when you recognize who you are, you'll start
Hmm.
to do the work to start to uncover what you've been called to be, right? Like where your
Right.
calling is. And I believe that trusting your first mind
Hmm.
is definitely key in this business. I think that another gem is having somebody that has wisdom in the industry that you are in, because you can't lean on your own understanding. You just can't.
Right.
You have to have mentors. You have to have people that are role models.
Mm-hmm.
You have to have people that are holding themselves accountable to your success in whatever area that is, whether that's spiritual, whether that's financial, whether that is, marital, relationship. You got to have
Mm-hmm.
somebody that is already, in a position that you strive to be in.
Right.
So your connection correctly is key in this
Mm-hmm.
business, and making sure that you're getting rest in this business, that you are drinking your water, that you're
Oh
taking care
yeah.
of your body,
Mm-hmm.
because
Hydrate.
you can make millions of dollars and don't even have enough air to wear the things that you've purchased, and
Mm-hmm.
another gem is making sure that you have someone that is, that is financially stable, that can show you how to put your money to work versus you
Right.
constantly working for it.
Ooh, yeah, yeah.
So,
That's key right there. That is key. I like
mhm,
my money to work while I'm sleeping. Absolutely. Absolutely.
absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And taking time out to pray for other people.
Oh, listen.
Create a prayer list for other people, not what you
Mm.
want, but for other people. And that's when you've tapped into it not being about the money, it's about people. When you can talk to somebody and just be like, yeah, and just add them on your prayer list without them even asking you to do that, baby, it hit
Mm-hmm.
different. There's things you don't ever have to worry about.
Listen, I'm glad, man. Let me tell you. I mentioned probably in last season. I mentioned that three things that happened to me within the same year that I knew God was talking to me, and it was eye opening, and it changed my whole thought process. It changed my mantra on my relationship, my spiritual relationship, and what it the gist of it is I stopped. I've had everything in the world. Listen, anything material, whatever, cars, I've had it all. Um, I got to a point where I said, let me stop asking for things and start asking how I can be of service. How I asked God, I said, God, let me be a branch into somebody's life to help them bear some fruit.
Hmm.
Help me, allow me to be of service to someone and be a root into their foundation to help them reach their goals
Hmm.
or whatever they need. All just one person. And this is what part of what the final boss is about. Helping just that one person.
Hmm.
And it changed my life. It changed my life significantly, man. And I I just want to be a vessel to of service to help others. And that's why we're here. We got what, 7 more minutes? Okay. Um, one more question. I think we got time for one more question. How do you, because you're a creative, so this is, you're creative and a business owner. How does how do you balance creativity in your decision making process when it comes to running your business?
I have fun.
Okay.
Have a lot of fun. And it's crazy because I have a lot of fun by myself.
That's
Like,
important.
yeah,
For
man,
real.
I have a lot of fun
Listen,
by
man.
myself.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a big thrifter, so I like
Right.
to create spaces for women to start to activate their soft girl platform. So,
Mm-hmm.
it's thrift sipping fellowship. So I love to come home and play in my clothes and, post on social media. And then, that's me taking myself out of business mode to kind
Okay.
of power down,
Mm-hmm.
realign, and go back in the fight, because that's exactly what it is. We're shifting the stigma of people's mindset. So you
Mm-hmm.
gotta have fun. It can't be about business 24/7. And that's how I was when I first got in this business. you
Okay.
know um that's one of the things. And also I like gardening. Like I love to
Mm,
do things with my hands. I do
okay.
like to create. I like to paint, but I just gotta have fun. I gotta have fun in between work, or it's just not. I gotta have some fun, and I have my prayer life 3 times a
Mm-hmm.
day on my schedule in between my business, my callbacks, my business partners.
Mm-hmm.
What's the most exciting thing for me is when a business partner hit a new level or make some money,
Mm, okay.
or when they say yes, man, I'm like, oh, it's on now. I
Okay.
put,
Okay.
oh, I've created this jar, and so I'm gonna write different colors and different things on the jar, and
Mm-hmm.
so whatever I pull out is what I'm gonna dress. That's how I'm gonna dress that day. Like it's
Oh.
fun for me, and I get fully dressed at work, at my house, at
Mm-hmm.
my desk every single day. That's fun for me. And I put on perfume. Where I'm
Okay.
going. Like I love to have fun in between working. I tell people all the time, they're like, Nika, network marketing is so hard. And I'm like, no, it's really fun. And they're like,
Yeah.
"No, it's not." I'm like, yes, it is. You know how many people you get to meet? What you
Mm,
talking? I went
that's
from
awesome.
having 3 people that I knew
Mm-hmm.
to 3,000 people that know my
Right.
name. And I'm
And
like,
it's growing still.
yes. And
Yeah.
it's so
Yeah.
cool. And I'm
Yeah.
humbly excited and grateful for that.
Mm, that's awesome, man. So we got 4 minutes left. For the next 2 minutes, I want you, the floor is yours. Talk about your products, talk about whatever you want to talk about that you want to put out there. You want people to follow you, email, whatever. Next 2 minutes, all yours. Go.
So first, before I take this 2 minutes, I definitely want to give you a big shout out and just say how thankful and grateful I am to you, because you asked God to help you reach a plethora of people by one person, and you've done that for me tonight. And you've done that for so many other people that had the opportunity to get on your platform with all those 5 cameras and share what's dear to their heart, right?
Thank
So
you.
I just want to thank you for the opportunities for you to allow me to tap into your community, your network, because that's what it's about. And I just thank you
Absolutely.
so much about that. And just
Mhm.
talking about my brand, guys, it is Women's History Month. And I believe this is something that we should celebrate every single day,
Mhm.
right? Because you have a
Mhm.
mom, you have a sister, and the woman definitely needs to get shown a little more love. And
Mhm.
sometimes we don't know how to receive that love because we've been operating in that tough girl season
Ooh,
for
trauma.
so long, and this is
Mhm.
soft girl era. And we're dealing with hot flashes, headaches, strokes, high blood pressure, hair thinning, skin
Oh boy.
get dry, need a
Yeah.
lift, different things. And some
Yeah.
of that comes attached to needing a little money to get that done. So me, I'm here. I am the Empress, and this is my brand product that I had the company formulate from scratch
Mhm.
just for me. So I offer people an opportunity to have their own brand. If you consider yourself a brand, a soft girl, a macho guy, whatever that is, you
Mhm.
make the
Mhm.
best coffee, tea, drink. You tap into me, and my social media on Instagram is Nika, Neka Hudson, Hudson, and my thrift sip and fellowship is boutique thrift on Instagram as well. So tap in, and I would love to share some information with you. You can click the bio and find out, and I'll link everything below when I share this information. But I'm just so thankful and grateful for the opportunity. So I truly, truly appreciate you.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome, man. Not a problem. It's thank you for accepting the opportunity to be on the show. I'm I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you, my other special guests, and the people who I've had on the show. I appreciate each and every last one of you guys, and thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, I know this won't be the last time that I have you on the show. Like you said, it's Women History Month, so I'm quite sure there's opportunity to bring you on back. And according to the feedback that I'm receiving, people are already asking for it. So,
I do
if
have a gift for you. I'm
oh,
sorry.
oh, you
So
do,
I know your birthday is coming up, and you
ah,
are the final boss, right? And I
yeah,
see you on social media. You always doing your thing. So I am
right.
giving you a Crown Lux, and
Oh,
this
thank you
is
so
a
much.
signature Canagar
Okay.
that is created by Nate Garrett in our company, and this is a 24 karat gold.
Whoa.
6 gram Canagar, and this is for you, sir. So we have to meet up so you can get this. And this was created by one of the brand winners. And from my understanding, if you keep your crown, you'll be able to get into his exclusive parties, and this is what it looks like.
Oh man, that is awesome. Oh,
And
I
I
can't
think
wait.
this fits you
Listen,
perfect.
thank you so much, man. I
You're welcome.
appreciate you. Oh boy, man,
Here's
what
to
a
the
show.
boss.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hey, you don't go anywhere. We're closing out. Thank you so much again. Listen, everyone, like, share, subscribe. Give us some love, man. Give us some stars. You need questions, email us at info@thefinalboss.com. Go get the merch, man. Go get some merch at www.thefinalbosspodcast.com. Listen, we got hoodies. We got whatever you need. Listen, go out there and get it. It's been a wonderful night. It's a special guest. Listen, I'm coming back tonight, probably around 11:30. I'm gonna usher in my last day of my 40s, and I hit the big 50 in a matter of hours. So that's going to be real special to me. Thank you for the gift. I can't wait to see it. Oh boy, man, the injury's crazy. I appreciate you. You don't go anywhere. To my smarts and everyone joining us, thank you again. You guys have been wonderful. Thank you for tuning in. See you on Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. We'll be right back. Have a great night.
Good night.